let's just be honest. There's a point when nature calls and we have to answer. And that's why today we're talking about... What's going on, guys? John Kelly here, and today we're going to talk about the hygiene kit, known more commonly by most backpackers as the poop kit. But before we get too far into this, don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to the channel. If you're already watching the videos, hit that subscribe button, then hit that notification bell so you find out anytime one of these videos drops. And if you like the video, give it the old thumbs up, you know, helps the old YouTube algorithm. So it doesn't matter who you are or where you are in backpacking or anything, there's gonna come a point when you're gonna become a real backpacker.
It's official. I'm now a backpacker. I just had my first poop in the woods.
And in order to poop in the woods, you're gonna have to have a little kit like this that is going to allow you to do it not only appropriately, but also using proper hygiene and proper cleanup, because we are in the woods and people like to walk through the woods, and there's one thing that people don't like to do is they don't want to walk through a steaming pile of human feces. Nobody enjoys that, and so it's a responsibility of everyone who's a backpacker to understand how to properly do the two when they're in the backcountry. Now, this is the kit that I've been using for 3.5 years. Really, only a couple things have changed over time, and I've never done a video about this or talked about this a whole lot, so I'm just gonna share with you guys what I take in my poop kit when I go out into the backcountry, and then at the end I'm gonna show you something I'm going to start taking in my kit to see how it goes. And the first item we're gonna talk about is the first item you should be using when you go poo in the backcountry, and that is your trowel. This is the deuce of spades. It only weighs a couple ounces. It's a super, actually, it weighs 0.6 ounces. So this thing doesn't even weigh an ounce, just barely over half an ounce. But this is fantastic for digging out a cat hole. When you go in the woods, you need to dig out a cat hole at least 6 inches deep. Now, the reason for this is if it's anything less than that, if you step on that and someone's foot steps on that, there's a good chance stuff is coming out. Not cool, people. Not cool. Now, I do know people that like to use trekking poles to dig out their holes, and I will tell you this, most people, not all. So listen, if you're a person that uses a trekking pole and you do it properly and everything works out great, good on you. But for most of you who are using trekking poles, you know I'm telling the truth when I say you're probably not digging a 6-inch hole. Having an actual trowel allows you to really dig in and dig out the area that you need to for getting that hole where it needs to be. You want to have a good deep, at least 6-inch deep hole. Then you want to set all of the dirt to the side so you can then put it back in the hole to cover up your mess. And having an item like this is fantastic. These aren't super expensive, but they're very useful and they keep up well. I've used this at least 2 or 3 dozen times and it still looks brand new. So that's pretty cool, actually. I didn't realize it still looked that good after all these years, but yeah, this thing's in great shape. There are several other options of trowels that you can use. This just happens to be the one that I use. There are others you can look up that a lot of people love. Justin from Justin Outdoors did a video not long ago just talking about the one that he likes, and it's pretty stinking awesome, and it's pretty beastly too. So maybe check his videos out. Tim Watson's another guy who's done a lot of videos on pooping and using trowels, so definitely check his videos out as well. Next up in the kit is probably the next thing you're gonna use when you're out there, and that is toilet paper. And this is way too much toilet paper. This is from a family trip that I took a couple weeks ago. I've got 2 toddlers, and this is not normal. This is way more than anybody should ever take when they go out for a couple days or maybe even a week. I don't know. This is just a lot of toilet paper. Always taking some toilet paper with you, obviously, for obvious reasons, is a good call. Now, there are some people, like Andrew Skirka, who will tell you to use natural things like leaves and sticks to clean out the area, and that works great for them. Finding out what works best for you is a good idea, but for me, I'm still a big fan of the old Charmin, so this goes out on the trail with me. After the deed is done, it's important that you clean the area well, and what I do at the end of every do is I pull out these are Wissy wipes. I've talked about these in the past. They're fantastic little wipes that all you do is add some water to this capsule and it turns into a wipe. The reason I like these is because, especially in the summer when it's really hot, you want that area clean. You don't want anything causing abrasion, and if you don't get that area cleaned enough, you're gonna have abrasion, you're gonna be very uncomfortable. So having something that really gets that area cleaned out is fantastic. These are really useful. The one thing about these, unlike toilet paper you can bury and cover up. These are not biodegradable. You're gonna need to pack these out. So don't put these in your cat hole. That's not what they're there for. These are great though for not only cleaning your bum, but also cleaning your hands. So a lot of times what I do is I will use the bathroom, do my business, clean up, and then I'll make an extra one of these to just clean my hands off really good. And then after I do that, I like to pull out the last item that's in my poop kit, and that is some simple hand sanitizer. Sometimes I'll connect this to my backpack, but more often than not, I'm usually just putting this in my poop kit because my poop kit's easy to get to anyways. But this is really important. After I've cleaned my hands off with a wipe and I've got them nice and clean, I like to sanitize them really well. I wanna make sure that I'm not gonna get sick because of not being careful and not being cautious. You wanna be really smart when you're out in the backcountry. Take good care of yourself. Your health is important when you're out there. So a little bit of hand sanitizer is always a must. Now, I said earlier that there's an item that I may start taking with me on the trail, and I'm gonna give it a try and see how it goes. And that is one of these two things right here. You get a look at this pretty guy right here, and then this one right here. These are backcountry bidets. Basically, you can put these on the end of a water bottle, and you have the ability to just kind of spray up into the area, so to speak, and clean it out. I've been interested in trying these for a while, if anything, just to lighten up the load, not take as much toilet paper, and because I know it's probably gonna clean the area really well. Like I said earlier, there's nothing worse than any kind of abrasion that you can have when you're hiking, especially if you're gonna do longer miles. So having something like this that's gonna help clean that area out might be really cool. So I'm gonna actually give these a try and see what I think. This is kind of a generic brand. I've actually got the box here. As you can see, it's right there. I think 3 of these was like $8 or $9 on Amazon. I love the title though. It says, "Portable Bidet to bring you more convenient." To bring you more convenient. But I'm looking forward to trying both these out. This is something that will definitely be new for me. I've never done this, but we'll see how it goes. So what about you? What are you taking in your poop kit when you go out onto the backcountry? Let's do that again because I said onto instead of into. So what about you? What do you take in your poop kit when you go out into the backcountry? Leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys use that maybe I missed on. Do you take soap instead of just hand sanitizer? Do you never take toilet paper? What are the things that you guys take? Thanks again for watching the video. This community is incredible and I'm glad you're part of it. So have a great week, and until next time, stay strong, hike long, and I'll catch you on the next go round.